Have you just launched your Shopify store? Or maybe you're gearing up and you're about to launch your site and you're wondering, how do you get your first sales? Well, that's going to be what we cover in today's video, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Elle McCann and I have been a Shopify expert for over 6 years now. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much for subscribing and staying tuned. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button and subscribe to get all the latest videos that we post all about Shopify and how to grow your online store. So as I mentioned before, today we're going to be talking about how to get your first sale. And I actually get this question all the time through social media and through email. So I wanted to go over 4 different strategies of how to get your first sale on your Shopify store. 2 of them are free and then 2 of them are paid. So it gives you a nice variety of options to try. So these strategies will work whether you are drop shipping products or you have a brick and mortar store or you're creating the products yourself. It's all about how to get people to know that your store exists and how to get them to purchase from you. So for this video, I'm going to be sharing inside my Spocket account, which Spocket is an app with Shopify that I really like. It lets you do drop shipping of popular products, especially in the US, which is really nice because if you have products that ship from the US, you're typically going to have a lot faster ship times than if you were drop shipping from somewhere like China, for example, where it's around 2 to 3 weeks shipping time, and it can really frustrate customers. So if you're interested in checking out Spocket, I have another video that shows how to get this set up and how to find the perfect products to start selling on your store. So we're not going to go straight into that in this video, but if you're interested in finding the best products for your store, make sure to check the link above or in the description below to see our video all about Spocket and how to get that set up. So inside our Spocket account, you can see here that we have the option of changing this to shipping from the United States. So again, that's really beneficial to get faster ship times. And then we can choose which category of products we want to look at adding to our store. Now, this is just a demo again for this video, but if we look here and I have the category of pet products, we can see a couple different products that we might be interested in selling. And the key here is to already have an audience in mind of who you're going to be selling your products to before you actually open your store. So that way you have a very targeted amount of people, a very targeted audience of who you can reach and potentially sell your products to. So for example, this product here of a leash that you can use while running would be a great product to highlight to people that are runners that also have pets. So now that we've got a potential product in mind of what we could be selling on our store, we then want to think through of who that audience is, of what kind of person this is that is a runner and a dog, and then we can go into thinking about how to actually advertise to them to get them to know about your store and purchase your product. So first off, we're going to start with the 2 free ways that I recommend on how to get your first sale, because who doesn't love free, right? So the first way is social media. So it may seem like an obvious choice. However, I see so many people do this wrong. They focus on building their store first, and then once they have it ready, then they start building their social media following. And at that point, they're kind of having to grow it and wait for it to catch up. So a lot of times you don't really have a list of people that you can already start selling to. What I recommend is while you're building out your Shopify store is to go ahead and build out those social media profiles. Start posting similar photos. So for this product example of the runner with the dog and the leash for running, then you would want to go ahead and start building out a Facebook and an Instagram page that are focused on people that are runners. So you could have different runner tips or quotes, people that also have dogs. So you can feature other people running with their dogs and start building up that audience so that you're going to start getting followers who are interested in this product and this niche. So I really recommend to not build your store first and then your audience, but build them at the same time, or even start building your audience first before you build your store so you can test out your niche product and make sure that it's actually going to work and you have an engaged audience that would be interested in something like that. Once you have this social media audience set up and your store is launched, you can then showcase your products to them with any kind of offers or promotions, and you can start getting sales and traffic to your site that way. The second way to get free traffic and sales to your store is by looking at Facebook marketplaces. So there are a lot of different Facebook groups that let you actually post products that you have. So they're typically called like buy and sell group or marketplace groups. And you can find groups that are similar to what your product is and post your products there. Now, you'll have to read the rules. Some groups are very different of what you can promote as well as others, but finding a group of people that are already interested in buying products like these marketplace groups and they're interested in your niche or your ideal customer is going to be a great way to get people to look at your products. And if you have great images and copy, they're going to most likely translate into going to your site and hopefully purchasing from you. Okay, so that was the 2 free ways of doing it. So now let's go into 2 paid ways to get your first sale. So the obvious one that everyone's going to think about is paid advertising. This is something that you see talking about everywhere, and we talk about it a lot on our channel as well. However, if you're just getting started with paid advertising, a lot of people start with Facebook ads, which is a great advertising tool, and they have so many insights. But the problem is when you've just launched your online store, Facebook doesn't have any information about the people that are coming to your site, which you would give them by setting up the Facebook pixel on your store. So in the beginning, your ads may not work very well, or they may be really expensive. So when you're just getting started, it can be kind of a hit if you're paying a lot of money for ads that just aren't converting. So what I recommend is actually setting up and getting focused first on retargeting ads for your paid advertising strategy. So retargeting ads are putting your ad in front of people who have already seen your store or they've already interacted with your page. You can retarget people that have interacted with your page either in comments, likes, things like that on your page post. You can retarget people that have watched a certain length of a video that you've posted on your page, or people that have been to certain pages of your site within the last few days. So it's really great because you know that these people are already interested. So if you combine this strategy with the free strategies of getting people to your site through social media or the Facebook marketplace groups, you can then retarget them with these paid ads. So they're hopefully going to be a lower cost and be a lot more likely to convert. So while I definitely recommend paid advertising that's going more towards cold and warm audiences later on, starting out first, retargeting is going to be the best way to spend your money when you have just launched your store. And my last tip of how to get your first sale for using paid methods is with influencers. So influencer marketing can be super powerful because these people have already built audiences that are similar to the people that you want to target for your online store. And they've already started building this audience and engaging with them. So they've done some of the hard work for you. And if you give them either a free product or affiliate sales, or you just pay them outright up front, they will then potentially promote your product and drive people to your site. So I really love influencer marketing because it's a lot more of a person-to-person instead of a paid advertising strategy is. So I really recommend looking at influencers in your niche that they're not the highest people that have millions and millions of followers, but they're not the lowest as well. Somewhere kind of in the middle range of 10,000 to 50,000 followers is a great number because these kind of micro influencers are a lot more likely to have a very engaged audience, where the bigger the audience of a couple of million people, those people aren't typically the most engaged. Where if you have a smaller audience, people are a lot more likely to know, like, and trust that influencer and purchase something that they are promoting. So I really recommend looking at influencer marketing, and there are a couple sites that help you do that as well. My favorite is FameBit, which helps you kind of list your product and then get different offers. So I will put a link to that below as well for you to check out. So no matter what your strategy is of free or paid, I definitely recommend that before you start either strategy, you do have abandoned carts set up on your Shopify store. So we go through how to do this in a different video, so check the link up at the top or in the description below on how to set up abandoned carts for your Shopify store. But an abandoned cart is anytime someone adds a product to their cart and they start the checkout process, but for whatever reason, they don't finish purchasing. So these are people that are a lot more likely to purchase from you, and you really want to make sure that you're trying to capture those sales. So the abandoned cart email will send out to them about 6 to 10 hours after they've abandoned the purchase on your store, and just remind them that they still have that product in their cart. This is a great way to re-engage people that you may have already paid to get them to come to your site if you use one of the paid strategies, and that way you can hopefully convert them back into a sale. Now, there are a lot of other ways to get your first sale and get more traffic to your site. And a lot of people reach out to me about, how do I do search engine marketing or email marketing? And these are great strategies, but they're a lot more of a long-term strategy for building a brand, and they just take more time. They're not as quick hits as the ones that I mentioned earlier in this video of how to get that first sale really quickly. But if you're looking for long-term growth, I definitely recommend focusing on some of these other strategies as well. So we're not going to go through those in this video, but if you were interested, we do have a guide called the Traffic Blueprint Guide, which you can see at curiousthemes.com/traffic. And it goes over some of the strategies of both optimizing your site to make sure that it's going to convert people, as well as how to do email marketing, search engine optimization, and other long-term business building strategies to continually get more sales on your site. So make sure to check that out. I hope you found this helpful, and I would love to know, what strategy are you interested in implementing in your business? Have you already launched your store, or are you about to launch? And what are you focused on for getting more traffic and sales to your store? I would love to know, so make sure to comment below. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to this channel to be the first to be notified of any time we put out a new video all about Shopify and how to grow your online store.